The Bible, to teach or not to teach? America, land of the free, home of the brave, and battleground for one of the most enduring debates in education. Should the Bible be taught in public schools? It's a question that has ignited passions, sparked legal battles, and divided communities for decades. On one side, proponents argue for the Bible's historical and literary significance. They see it as a source of moral guidance and cultural literacy. On the other side, opponents raise concerns about the separation of church and state. They fear imposing religious beliefs on students and violating the First Amendment. The debate is complex, nuanced, and often emotionally charged. It reflects the deep-seated values and beliefs that shape the American identity. As we grapple with this contentious issue, it's crucial to approach it with sensitivity, respect, and a willingness to understand diverse perspectives. The aim is not to find a one-size-fits-all answer, but to foster a thoughtful and informed dialogue. This dialogue should involve educators, parents, students, and policymakers alike. The stakes are high. How we choose to address the role of the Bible in education will have far-reaching implications. This is about more than just a single book. It's about the very soul of American education. It's about the values we instill in future generations and the kind of society we want to create. A nation divided, the genesis of the controversy. The roots of this debate run deep, stretching back to the founding of the United States. The Founding Fathers enshrined the separation of church and state in the First Amendment. This separation was not meant to banish religion from the public square. It aimed to create a neutral space for diverse faiths to coexist. The case for inclusion, moral compass, and cultural literacy. Proponents of teaching the Bible in schools often cite its literary and historical significance. They argue that the Bible is a foundational text of Western civilization, influencing art, literature, music, and law for centuries. To understand Western culture, they contend, one must understand the Bible. Beyond its cultural value, supporters also point to the Bible's moral and ethical teachings. In an increasingly complex world, they argue, the Bible provides a timeless source of wisdom and guidance. They see it as a tool for character development, promoting values such as honesty, compassion, and respect. Moreover, proponents argue that excluding the Bible from schools creates a secular bias in education. They believe that students should be exposed to a variety of perspectives, including religious ones, to develop critical thinking skills and a well-rounded worldview. Separation of church and state. The legal quagmire. Opponents of teaching the Bible in schools counter with a firm commitment to the separation of church and state. They argue that introducing religious texts into public schools violates this fundamental principle, blurring the lines between religious instruction and secular education. They also express concern about imposing religious beliefs on students from diverse backgrounds. Public schools, they emphasize, should be inclusive environments where all students feel welcome and respected, regardless of their religious beliefs or lack thereof. Teaching the Bible as fact, they argue, could alienate or marginalize students from non-Christian backgrounds. Furthermore, opponents point to the practical difficulties of teaching the Bible in a neutral and objective manner. The Bible is a complex text, open to multiple interpretations. Teaching it without promoting a particular religious viewpoint, they argue, would be a daunting, if not impossible, task. Beyond the surface. Diverse interpretations and perspectives. The debate over the Bible in schools is further complicated by the sheer diversity of religious beliefs within the United States. Even among Christians, there are a multitude of denominations and interpretations of the Bible. This raises the question, whose interpretation of the Bible should be taught in public schools? Furthermore, the United States is home to people of many faiths beyond Christianity, as well as those who identify as atheist, agnostic, or secular humanist. Opponents of Bible education argue that privileging one religious text over others sends a message of exclusion and undermines the religious freedom of all students. This diversity of beliefs underscores the importance of approaching the issue with sensitivity and respect for all viewpoints. It also highlights the need for open dialogue and a willingness to find common ground. The secular classroom, navigating religious sensitivity. Even without explicitly teaching the Bible, public schools must navigate the reality of religious diversity in their classrooms. Students come from a variety of religious backgrounds, and their beliefs and practices should be respected. This requires educators to be mindful of religious sensitivities and to create a welcoming and inclusive learning environment for all students. One approach is to teach about religion from a secular perspective. This involves studying different religions as cultural and historical phenomena without endorsing or promoting any particular belief system. This approach allows students to learn about the role of religion in society and history, while respecting the diversity of beliefs within the classroom. Another important aspect is to create a classroom culture of respect and understanding. This includes teaching students about different religions and beliefs, encouraging respectful dialogue, and addressing religious intolerance or bullying. A global perspective. How other nations approach religious education. The United States is not alone in grappling with the role of religion in education. Many countries around the world face similar challenges in balancing religious freedom with the separation of church and state. In some European countries, for example, religious education is part of the public school curriculum, though parents often have the option to withdraw their children from these classes. In other countries, religious instruction is primarily the responsibility of religious institutions, with public schools focusing on secular education. Examining these different models can provide valuable insights for the United States. By studying how other nations navigate the complexities of religious education, we can gain a broader perspective on the challenges and opportunities we face. The future of education, finding common ground. The debate over the Bible in schools is unlikely to be resolved anytime soon. However, by engaging in thoughtful and respectful dialogue, we can strive to find common ground and ensure that all students receive an education that is both enriching and inclusive. One potential avenue for compromise is to focus on teaching the Bible as literature and history, rather than as religious doctrine. This approach would allow students to appreciate the Bible's literary merit and its influence on Western civilization without imposing religious beliefs. Another possibility is to offer elective courses on the Bible and other religious texts. This would give students the opportunity to study these texts in depth if they choose, while respecting the religious freedom of those who do not. What's your take? Engaging in the conversation. The debate over the Bible in schools is one that affects us all. As educators, parents, students, and concerned citizens, we have a responsibility to engage in this important conversation. What do you think? Should the Bible be taught in public schools? If so, how can it be done in a way that is both constitutional and respectful of religious diversity? If not, how can we ensure that students are still exposed to the Bible's literary and historical significance? Share your thoughts, experiences, and insights in the comments section below. Let's continue the conversation and work towards a future where education is both enlightening and inclusive. Join the movement resources and further exploration. This video is just the beginning of the conversation. To delve deeper into the intricacies of this debate, we encourage you to explore the resources and organizations listed below. Stay informed, stay engaged, and let your voice be heard. The future of education depends on it. Don't forget to like this content and subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking discussions on critical issues in education.